Hello, welcome to the stream. Today is Friday, February 3rd, and finally I've got everything set up to do another game development stream. Been a little bit since I did a game dev stream, but we're getting back into it. I'm not going to be doing anything too intensive today, just making a little project, and we're gonna be, we're just gonna do that. Need some practice before I get back into school and stuff. I need to know a few things. I haven't practiced in a little bit, so That's what we're doing today. Hopefully, it won't take too long. A few things before we get started. Next week, I'm not going to stream. Not because I have any technical issues or anything like that, but because school, for me, is starting. My next semester is starting, and I want to be able to settle into any new changes to schedules and whatnot that I did not account for, without putting too much stress on myself. So the week after next week will be when streams resume again. Other than that, I hope to use next week to hopefully potentially better the stream. I'm working on making a few new emotes, which will be nice to have. Finally got through with a whole bunch of paperwork, and now I can make some emotes. For Twitch, that is. That, and I also want to get to work on a few other side things for this whole streaming thing that I've got going on here. Hopefully things that'll make the streaming experience much better for the viewers. So, new changes coming soon, hopefully. That and maybe a few changes to the Discord. Probably a few changes to the Discord, most likely a few changes to the Discord. Yeah. But those are all going to be happening in my free time next week. So they probably won't be finished by the time the stream comes back online the week after next week. So we'll have to see. We'll have to see how things end up going down. Hopefully I'll be able to get this stuff done. I have more than a week, but sometimes it just doesn't get done, and maybe it's a bit too big of a project for me to sink my teeth into. I don't know. Sometimes things just don't get done, and even though I'd really like them to. But I've been pretty productive myself so far, so we'll see how that's going. I'm getting back into art. I haven't done it in a little bit, but recently I started doing a few studies, hopefully to better my understanding of art and to translate those skills into making some actual product, because I need some things in my portfolio. Alright, let's get started here. I am taking a different approach to the stream this time. Hopefully things will be a lot smoother. So I'm gonna swap over now. Yep, alright, it seems to be working. Yep. Okay. So, this is a screen that I haven't seen in a little while, at least. I've done a little bit of modifying to... I've modified this up a little bit. Be a little bit more accommodating of how I like to do things. And allow you guys to see changes and things that happen a lot better. That, and if I do this... Yep, alright, it does show up. You guys should be able to see the text at least a little bit easier. We can do a 175 instead of 150. And that should, yeah, it shows up a little bit better, just a bit better. Okay, so basically the general idea that I'm going to be working with here for this practice session is I want to make a small project where a bunch of small boxes appear before the player, and they, before the player, that'll just be me in this case, and you can shoot them by clicking on them, and they will stop floating midair and fall to the ground. Maybe we could experiment a little bit and have a few floating ones that like move around, or maybe we could have a, I don't know, one that like disappears after a few seconds, and it could keep score. So just a small game. You don't have to worry too much about the logistics of it. So we're gonna start off. We're gonna start off with making a an empty object. This will act as our spawner. We gotta go. This is what's gonna spawn all of the things that we're gonna use for okay, it is alt click. I can alt click to look at it. That's how we're gonna spawn all the things for all the targets. the targets. We can have some various different types of targets and whatnot. Last time I did anything with permutatable objects, though, it was kind of a bit weird and wacky. Move the camera. Move the camera down a little bit so it's even with that. We're gonna want to change from perspective, I think, to orthographic in order to make things look a little bit better. Alright. Now we can actually start programming things. Well, actually first we need to do one more thing. Let's actually get something to use as a target. We're gonna make a cube. Basic cube. For now it won't have anything on it. We can make it a bit smaller though. We can make it a bit smaller. There we go. That's a nice and small target to work with there. And then we're going to go to the assets folder and make a new folder I can use to store these things in. Don't know if you guys can really see the text in that. There we go. And then we can just straight up delete this. We have it saved. Let's open up this and get to work. Alright, so the basic idea is that we want to spawn a random... We want to spawn a cube in a random specified area. That area being... in the same planes will be across the Z-plane? It is the Z-plane, right? Be across the X-plane. Never remember with Unity, I can never remember. Okay. Start things off, we want to first fetch a few things. First we need to get variables. These are all private, because we don't really need to share them. Float. Random, like rand x. We'll call it rand x. Right. That's O. I forgot to turn off the autofill. There we go. That should work. And then we can just copy paste this, but instead of rand x, we do rand y. Oh, no, we don't need rand y. We don't need any z at all. So rand x, rand y. And then we need to get the target. So we do. It was a public. That's a capital P. Public game object. We call it static target equals null. We can set that later. Let me make a note for myself here so that I don't forget it. Or at least this section, we'll call this prefabs. We can add a header in like this. It does need to be capitalized. Okay. I forget exactly how to add headers. Like this, maybe? No. But there's a reason why I pulled up the scripting reference, I suppose. Is that in the script reference? Don't know. I was able to use it before. We can add it in later. It's all just notes and whatnot, really. Okay. Now we've got those. We need to then make a. We wanted to spawn something every couple of seconds. So, going to first start off by making the start function. void start. When the game begins, we want, well, when the game is played, when it starts up, we want to start a routine. You can do that just by saying start coroutine, and we will get the chance to put the title in there in just a second. First, we actually need a coroutine to start. So we're gonna do spawn targets. We don't need enumerable enumerator. Spawn. Yeah, I think that's it. Yeah, all we need to do is just return a value there and we'll be good to go. We can just do this. And that'll start the coroutine. Oh, actually no, that won't start the coroutine at all. It needs to be in like this. There we go. Then we just gotta do a yield. That's not how you spell yield, is it? Turn new wait for seconds. Now before we add this wait for seconds here, I'm gonna actually add another variable here. It's gonna be public float. We'll do spawn cooldown. That will equal 0. Because we can set this one in the inspector. Then in here, what we want to do is go and do float. We'll call it cooldown. We can do a. Where exactly where I set that. Is it in here? Is it like cooldown equals spawn? Nope. Nope. Yeah, I don't think that's right. I think it might be within the start coroutine function. Hold on, let me look something up real quick. This is why I'm doing practice, because I don't remember everything. I don't know everything either, so... Okay, so the way it does it is a bit different than how I've got it here. Basically, instead of doing this, we do coroutine equals. No. You have to first call that first. Put that under routines, so we do private enumerator coroutine, and we don't put anything after it because it's not got any information in that yet. Then we do coroutine equals spawn. And we put in parentheses here the information we need. So that's we need to put this. Like that. Let me start coroutine here and just do coroutine. Alright. A bit different than how I remember it, but if it works, it works. We'll see. But right now, this doesn't do anything. This just starts a coroutine, which just waits for 0 seconds before doing anything again, which may crash something, which I don't want to have happen. But I'm about to do something that may most definitely crash Unity, which is do a... we're gonna do a loop. What might end up happening is if this goes wrong, Unity will crash, which won't be very fun. Gonna do a while true statement here, so we can turn on and off the spawning of this. First, we want to do a switch. We'll do a public. We can put this above these variables. Switch. A public Boolean switch equals false. No, switch seems to be a trigger word of this one. Public Boolean. We'll call it flip. Equals false. So it starts in the false state automatically, but we can set that to be true later. And then we do a while function. And we're gonna do while. Before that, we gotta put another thing in here. We'll call it switch. Does that work here? No. Not quite certain to call it. But is active. We can call it flip in here. And then change the name up here to be is active. Yeah. Then down here, it is active. And here we do flip. So while flip here is true. That's what this little thing here means. If it doesn't have anything around it, it means that it's... while that is true, we're gonna want to do something in this time. Right now, we're just gonna do a print. Yeah, print spawning. I'm gonna take this and just put it right there. That should hopefully for every while basically to translate this, while flip is active, it's going to print spawning and then wait for as long as cooldown is going. Right now it's 0, so it should automatically just spam the chat with the term spawning, which is what we don't want. Which is what we're gonna set the values in the inspector here. First, I gotta take the spawner and put it on the item to begin with. Spawn cooldown will be, let's say, 5, and is active will be off for now. We have to go to the prefabs, get target, put it in there. That's just for later. That's for later. So then, when we press play, okay. Down here in the console, you don't see anything right now. But if I click this, nothing happens. Okay, that's not good. Should be printing something. Okay, what happens if I change this to 2 then? Okay, something's happened or the coroutine isn't active or something. Hold on. Go back into here. Figure out what in the world's going down. We write it out. Does that work? Oh, some values aren't ever used. We'll get to those in a sec. I think I know why. Actually, hold on. I might be using the wrong lingo here. Instead of print, we could do debug.log spawning. That is an L. Real good at this. I know that those values aren't ever used. Come on, work with me here. Right, turn this on. Okay, the problem yet persists. That is odd. Wonder what's going down here. Okay. Coroutine should be starting. Is it because this is nestled in the while loop? If I do control... Wait, actually, hold on. Let me try this. Do a yield return null function here. I don't think it's because it's not returning something outside the loop, just waiting and then going on and not doing anything. So maybe if we add the return to get to the back to the start here, things will work, hopefully. And on. Always have trouble with coroutines. What if we do 0.5? Nothing. Okay. Off to a great first start here. We're only about 30 minutes in, we've already encountered a problem. Okay. Okay. I also misspelled spawning here. This is odd. Let me take a look into the wait for seconds function here real quick. Perhaps the coroutine is never started. Hold on. I'm gonna move a few things around real quick. If I do this, everything should be okay, right? Yeah. Alright, I need to do a little bit of debugging. Do this, and then when I press... Oh, stop playing. Press play here. Those are in the start function, so we should be starting a coroutine, right? Okay, so the coroutine is starting. Sorry, I'm just trying to get a little bit of debugging here done here. Hope this doesn't become a common thing. Pause when it comes true then. Just stop there. Okay, I've got no idea what's going on here. Not gonna lie, I'm not quite certain what's going on. Go back through again. What? We should be getting the debug stuff, right? Oh, the while loop is never being entered. That means the condition isn't ever being true. Hold on. I might need to do a little bit of look into the while loop then. Hold on. Wait. Before I put that back. There. Yep, there we go. Okay. So I'm gonna do a little bit of a look into the while loop real quick and see what's up with that. While function, what is going on? Okay, I looked up while in the scripting API and I got everything but. Got it. Maybe it's code. We can look at loops maybe. Nope. Doesn't seem to be doing anything for me there either. Yay. Not that. Nothing that Google can't help though. Please don't play a video. Or break. Yeah, there we go. Okay, I'm getting a whole bunch of jumbled mess on this stuff. The other alternative is to make it an infinite loop, which I don't want to do. But we might have to do. Let's do it for now and then see if Unity crashes. Unreachable code detected. Alright. I was hoping Unity does not crash. Okay. We can actually get into it now. I should wait a little bit before doing it again. Yep. Okay. So here's what I'm thinking. We take this and try putting that in a while loop. If that doesn't work, we'll just use it. And then in the while loop, to return yield, that's not a y. No. Okay. Maybe not. Let's hope that this works. Figure this out. Okay, so nothing's happening right now. If I click this, something should happen. Okay, yeah, that while loop is really giving this is not working out for this. All right, we just won't be able to turn it off then. That's fine. That's fine. No. Look at all my mistakes. Hooey. Let's get rid of the Boolean while we're here then. We won't need it. We can add it later. Yay. Okay, so now we have something that says spawning continuously, but we need that instead to spawn something. That something being the static target that I just put, well, not just, but I put in there a little bit ago. So we will do a no, it was what's the exact terminology here? Instantiate. This is where all the stuff that we've worked on so far gets put into one line of code. Instantiate. Then we do parentheses. The object that we're doing is the static target here. So we could probably rename this. Yeah, there we go. Instantiate static target, and then its location. Before we get to the location, we want to randomize every time. So first, we need some notes in here. We need some notes. Log that the code is working. Oh, no, oh. Wrong button. Randomize X and Y location. Do rand X equals random dot range. We'll set our range here. We can make this adjustable later, but for now we'll do -5 to 5. The same thing with random Y. It should just generate a big square. In static target, we will do the location of it. I think this is where that goes, so that's a random rand X Not find the X on my keyboard. Okay. Round Y. No, not Y yet. Yeah, it is Y. And then 0. And then we need to get the quaternion rotation, which is just going to be quaternion dot identity. That's right, right? Why are you wrong? Okay, no. I know what's going on. We need a new vector 3. And we're going to put this in here. It does, oh, wait, no, that is 4 arguments. And then here is where I put this comma. Alright. That should start to randomly put a cube, which is our target, in a square area. Hopefully, in the right place. Okay. Oh, the target got messed up. Yep. Why you got messed up? Wait, what happened to you? Oh, look, there it is. And then another. And then another, but it's getting off of the camera at this point. Which is why we need it to be adjustable. This should potentially be easily fixed because we can have this grid function here. I don't know how easy it is to see. We can see that this camera only extends to about 4, maybe 4.5. So we can go up to 4 and then 4 on the other side as well instead of 5, and we'll be good to go. Now, every couple of seconds, a cube will spawn randomly on the game screen. Look at them. Okay, so now we have spawning working. Next we need to actually be able to get the clicking working. I want to click on them and have them disappear. In order to get that done, we need to use a raycast. Use a cast to screen. Hopefully, I think that's how that works. It's been a little bit since I've used raycasting. But you generally get the idea. It was a good, solid 40 minutes of work right there. Sometimes I forget how long this takes. I also want to potentially be able to spawn in different types of target, like ones that move and maybe ones that disappear after a little bit, and then get a score system going. But for now, let's just work on the actual clickety-clickety. So in order for this to work, I'm not quite certain where I have to put the raycast, but I think that's in the game manager. But first, we have to work on the we gotta work on this target itself. If we want it to disappear, first we needed to activate something that makes it disappear. So that's another script for us. We'll call this static target. Yeah. It automatically opens up the last one that you had open, not the one that you just made, which is very annoying. But you know. Start with the title. Edit. Static target script. Sign it. We need a summary. summary is make the static target disappear when it is clicked on. You can get rid of this. I doubt we will need it. We might need one of those, but I get rid of it anyways, just to make sure that what I'm putting in there is my own code, you know? Helps me understand it better. Alright, now we want to actually make it disappear when we click on it. It won't do anything when we click on it right now, but if I click on a button in the inspector, it'll probably disappear. First, we need a boolean that makes it disappear, so we do variables. Do a public bool is hit. For now, let me equals false. We gotta do you have to detect whenever that turns to true. Basically, we turn on a bunch of things and make it fall. Before we turn on a bunch of things that fall and then, you know, disappear. Before we turn on a bunch of things, we have to actually modify the prefab itself. With a few things. First, we need to add a component. That being the rigid body. We want to turn this here on and off. Kinematic means that it's not affected by gravity, right? And by default, we will have it not be affected by... Well, it's not affected by outside forces. For now, we don't want it to be affected by outside forces because it needs to be static. Hence the name static target. I'll actually change the name here. Hold on. There we go. Rename the file. Yes. Now that we have a rigid body, we can call it into here, into the script itself. Do a component reference. Component reference says we'll do well, we don't need to do a private or anything we do. I think we don't need to do a private. Rigid body RB equals null. Then the star function we can fetch it. Fetch component references. To do that, we do RB equals get component rigid body. Now we have all the stuff that is attached to the rigid body in code, or available to us in code. Next, we need to get the update function. I know that they were here before. Again, like I said before, reading it and then writing it myself helps me remember what I wrote down. Update. That's the... Oh. There we go. I want to detect whenever it gets hit. So whenever is hit equals true with an if function. Detect when the target is hit. Do an if function. Is hit. And that to say whenever is hit is true, we want to turn off kinematic. RB.kinematics is kinematic equals false. And then we're going to want to use a coroutine in order to turn off, in order to destroy it, essentially, because we want to see it fall. Routine. Enumerator. Coroutine equals enumerator coroutine, right? It is how we did it last time, right? We did it private. And then in the start function we set it. Set routine variables. And in the update function, we're going to start the coroutine in the isHit function. We're going to do a routine equals, yeah, and then we set the name of the coroutine. So, but first, of course, we need a coroutine. We do death, no, not death. There's a timer. We do enumerator. Call it timer. And then basically we're going to want to, in this, we're going to want to first count down. That's count. What is a count? I don't know what a count is. Yield return new. Wait for seconds. And the amount of seconds we wait is we'll just do, I want this to be modifiable as well, so I'm gonna make another variable for it. Public float timer equals 0.0 f. Forgot to set it up here. Timer. That is not right. Let me do a float. Count down. Then up here we'll do timer. That should hopefully work. Right now it's instantaneous, but we can set that later. And then after it waits that much time, we want it to destroy the we want it to destroy the object. Go down before the object. So we get a it's a very simple line of code. Is right now it's, yeah, is active. No, wrong place. It's game object dot is static active. It should be is active, right? I don't want it to be static. Game object dot active? No, set active. And then we do false. And that basically turns off the object itself. Just completely gets rid of it. Alternatively, instead of that, we could just do destroy game object, right? Which just gets rid of it completely, instead of turning it off. Destroy this dot game object. We really don't want it to destroy the code. That may cause complications. Now, hopefully, no, first we need to turn off the, turn on the coroutine. Turn on timer. And we'll do that. We'll do a start coroutine, which we set earlier in the code. And basically now, when we have a kill switch, whenever hit is turned on, it will wait a little bit and then destroy the object itself. Hopefully that works. Okay. So if I go back here, press play, then I click on this and go down to oh wait, no, I didn't put the code onto it. I didn't put the code onto the prefab. Hold on. Here we go. Now we can set the timer in the prefab itself. Say 2. Something simple. If I go in here, scroll down, like this, it just gets rid of it. Okay, it doesn't wait. If I set this to 5, will that wait longer? Nope, it just gets rid of it. Okay. I thought I told it to wait for a little bit, but no, it just gets rid of it directly. Stop. We may have to make use of an actual timer then, instead of waiting for seconds. Which is a bit harder to create. Let me see if I can remember how to do it. You need to do a starting off with two variables, one that keeps track of the timer and one that turns off the timer when it gets to a certain point. Or we can just use one and just subtract the subtract it in here. We're gonna change the function of timer then. Instead of this, we will remove it from the coroutine. Yes, I know. Get rid of this for now. And replace it with a yield. Turn. Oh, no. Turn null. And then we do a little something where when the timer is started, start coroutine, we start counting down the timer itself, the timer variable that we have. Or maybe we should do that in the, let's do it inside of the coroutine. I hope that doesn't cause any problems. We have to add it back in. I'm dumb. We do float cool down. Timer. Yep. So, in order to get that, we need to do a cooldown. Right? Why won't you let me do that? Minus equals time. Oh. Dot. Okay, no, we're good. Delta time. Then take all this. we'll put that into a if statement. If cooldown is ever less than or equal to 0.0f, and then this stuff gets put in there. That should hopefully work for us, right? Right, that should hopefully work. Right? Go into the prefab itself. Timer is at 2 at the moment. Okay. Please function. Fingers crossed. Go to you. Dude. Falls. Huh. Okay, that doesn't get rid of it then. Cooldown never reaches. The timer never reaches 0. Why is that? Why does... Maybe because it's constantly being set to 2? Honestly, I'm not gonna mess around with the too complicated stuff. I can do more research in my spare time. I'm just gonna make it so that it just gets destroyed then. Destroy the object. And we don't need this anymore. I need the parentheses, but I don't need that anymore. Or this. Or this. Okay. There we go. Now, whenever this thing gets hit, we can, it will destroy itself. We don't need the rigid body stuff either, do we? It's not gonna be falling, it just gets destroyed. There we go. Start. Yeah, there we go. And we just gotta remove it from the prefab, remove the rigid body from the prefab, and we're good to go. Now we need to detect whenever they get hit in the first place, which is the hardest part. To do that, we're gonna need to create an empty. Will be our game manager. It'll help us keep track of score and all that. And then in the scenes, no, it's scripts, not scenes. We're gonna create another script. I'm just gonna call this game manager. The icon should change. Yep. As always, gonna title it Game Manager Script, and with a signature. And a summary. Manages score, and if targets are hit. Now, hopefully, I'm thinking that this is where this goes. I don't know exactly. I'll have to look into it a little bit more. Don't want to do that right now, though. So, we're just going to wing it and see what happens. First, we need to set the variables. Do a public int score equals 0. And that, I think, is the most in terms of variables we get here. I just need to... I gotta do this research either way. Okay, fine. I need to raycast. Think about the origin. Okay, so the origin of the ray is where it starts. What if I want the origin to be where the mouse is? Is there a specific like raycast from screen? If I do from screen, does that come up with anything? How about just screen? Okay, I'm not coming with much. I don't want to sit here and just do research and you guys stare at unfinished code. I want it to come out from the screen though. Static bool raycast? Oh. Camera.main.screen point to ray? Is that something? I think I've got it. But first, we want to get a fixed update function. That's not how you spell update. We do in here. Well, first we gotta write it down. That does not belong there. Right, and here we're gonna do a ray equals camera dot main dot screen point to ray input dot mouse position. Then we check if it hits anything. We need to move 10 units so instead of 100. So here we go. We do if physics dot raycast, the name of the raycast, which is ray in this case, and then the distance it travels, and do 10. And then we do print, well, in this case debug dot log. Now we'll just say hit something. Later we can detect what it hit and all that. Hopefully this works. Hopefully. Okay, so now Oh wait, no, we didn't put the script on the game manager. Keep forgetting. Hey, it works. It works. If you're looking down in the config here, it's really small on stream, but you can see that when I click, something changes. If I don't click anything, yeah. All right, perfect. That's perfect. All right, okay. Things are working. That's great. That's perfect. Okay, cool. It works. It worked first try. Okay. All right. Now we need to detect what we hit. Instead of just saying, "Oh, I hit something," we need to detect what in the world we hit. Actually, no. I'm not gonna get rid of this. We can use that for debugging. I will, though, make this a little bit more organized. Let's add a few notes. Cast a ray from the screen wherever the mouse is clicked. And then down here, detect if the ray hit something. Then in here, you need to detect what it hit. Detect. Well, first, we need to get the object. Get the object that the ray collided with. Right? I think. That if it's true, we need to detect with what it collided with. Not quite certain how to do that. Maybe it's ray dot not origin collision. No. More research for me, yay. If true is returned, hit info will contain more information about what. Oh, there's a whole function called raycast hit, I think. How do I use it? Can I get some information on that? Okay, so first I think we gotta do this. We gotta do a ray cast hit. Oh, I messed up there. C is not supposed to be capitalized. Recast hit. If physics ray set of 10, we're gonna do out hit. Then we need to detect what the ray collided with. We do that with a if function. Do if hit dot collider is not null. Then we'll put this in here. This code jumps to a few leaps and hoops that I kind of want to put in here anyways, just to be sure. So we're gonna do that real quick. First we need to detect detect if the player presses the mouse button. If input get mouse button down, we want to do button 0. That corresponds to the right click on the mouse. Then we can just repaste everything back in there. Now instead of saying hit something, we want to say the name of whatever it hit, in order to really confirm that we're hitting the right thing. We'll do declare what the array hit. Debug.log hit a with a space, then a plus, hit dot game object, right? No. Hit dot name. Okay, no. I thought it would be game object dot name. If I can spell right, but it's not. It's not. Why is it not? What? If we do maybe hit dot collider dot game object, yeah, dot name. That should say whatever we hit. Should say the name in the console of whatever we hit. We can make it a little more exciting though. We can make it a bit more exciting by adding an exclamation mark at the end. Okay. Now hopefully, fingers crossed, it should work. Just target clone. Nice. Perfect. That's great. Okay. It is telling us that we are hitting the right things then. Alright. Now, we just need to do something determining what the depending on what it hit. So we need to do a whole bunch of checks. Check array hit. And to do that, we're going to offload that into a different function by going down here and making a void. Instead, we're going to do a void check. We'll call it check. So in here, we're going to do check and like this. So we don't have to put all that in there and make it look all messy. So now whenever check gets activated, we want to basically scroll down the line and see what it is. So if it's if hit, well, in order to do this, we need to change this into a global variable, not global, a member variable. So raycast, bam, raycast hit. If hit dot collision and collider dot game object dot name Cannot convert string to bool. I know. Equals. No. That starts with. We want it to start with static. That is not how you use that. It'd be static. Bit of a lengthy line of code for an if statement, that is. Basically, if the hit collider's game object's name starts with the word static, then it is a static target, and we should treat it accordingly. We need to turn on the timer that makes it die, essentially, or gets destroyed, or however you want to put it. We don't have a timer. We need to turn on the switch that destroys it. In order to do that, we could do first we need to make a member variable that makes it a little easier to check. We could make a member variable that makes it easier for this to check first. So we can do instead we can do object name equals hit dot collider dot game object dot name. I'm gonna get a string. So instead of all this, we can just do object name. Right? I spelled it wrong. There we go. Yeah, that works. If the object is a static target, there, then we need to go. We need to get the scripts that are on it. Do that with a fetch component. I think fetch the static target script. To do that, we do a if I remember correctly, it's we'll do static target equals static target static equals null, right? Okay, we're gonna have to move this elsewhere. We can do it in the start function, right? Yeah. Components. We'll do basic. We'll just call it basic for now. And then in the start function, we can fetch the required components. Do basic equals get component static target. Right? No, wait, no, that doesn't work. Yeah, that wouldn't work. I'm trying my best to remember how to get the... You know what? We don't need to worry about that actually right now. I have a better solution. I've got a better solution. We just destroy it right here now. Destroy collided object. Do that. We do pretty much just hit.collider.gameObject. No, it destroy. Need to remember exactly how I used it in here. Pretty much instead of this, we do hit.get. Do hit. Oh, not quite certain what I did there. Destroy. Hit. Dot. Game. I don't know, collider. Dot game object. And that's it. That destroys the game object that this thing collides with. That the raycast collides with. And basically, we just do that for every single type of target that we want to add. For now, we're going to add some score. Add to the player score plus equals. We'll do 100 for these ones. Just something a little bit. How about we just do like 1 for these ones? Make it small. We're not tracking numbers like 42,000 or anything like that. Not anything too big. Alright, I don't think we use these two, the collections and collections generic, so we can get rid of them. Yeah. And now instead, we don't need the static target script anymore. We just don't need it. I'm gonna get rid of it, I suppose, then. Oh, how lovely game development makes your mind evolve in various ways. Open you. Remove component. Okay. Now, fingers crossed, whenever we actually hit a target. Oh. Oh. Takes a little bit for us to be able to destroy it. But it works. And to get to this point where we're actually destroying targets, it only took, what, an hour and a half? Sometimes I wish this process would be faster. Okay. So now we have the ability to destroy targets. It's not very responsive, but we can do it. And it does add to our score as far as I know. Yep. Why won't you let me click it It doesn't let you click it sometimes, which is weird. Like the ray misses or something. Come on. We're up to... I'm gonna get up to like maybe 15 points in score before we continue. Take a small break. Just let my mind just click on blocks. You know, there could be a faster way to do it. Instead of putting the destroy on this, we want to do it after all of this. There. Alright, now, hopefully that should be a little bit faster. Hopefully. Let's check it, let's see. Sometimes it doesn't work, but hey. Come on. Sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't. But for the most part, it's functioning. I like this. Come on. Come on. Let me click it. Alright, so the next part of this whole thing is I want to add some different types of targets to hit. I want a moving target, and I want a target that disappears after a few seconds, which means you won't get the points from it. Alright, so in order to do that, I think we need to start off with making the prefabs. Thinking, let's start with a sphere for this other one. Make it the same size. But we can do that in the prefab. We'll start off by naming this moving target. Moving target's going to be the same size as our static target. There we go. The little ball. Look at the ball. And it will have its own script, which will allow it to move. We want it to move in a random direction. We can use a translate function for that. We want it to move in a random direction as long as it's on the X plane. Right? Yeah, I think I know what I'm doing, I guess. I don't know. Sometimes I'm not too sure. Let's make a new script. Will be our moving target. Call this moving target script. Sign it. And a summary. Makes the target move in a random direction. Alright, so in order for that to work, we need to first make random variables. Same as before, random x. Well, we need to specify it first. Public. Did it need to be public? I don't think so. Random x equals. Well, we don't need to be an int. It can be. We have it be a float. Float equals 0. It is 0, right? I did do 0. This is the wrong place. Yeah. I just did it wrong here. And again, private float random y equals 0.0f. And we want that to be the direction that this thing heads in. But when it spawns, we're going to do a void start. Yeah, I do have it right in the right place. Okay, start. Then from here we're gonna randomize direction. Do random. Rand x equals random dot range, and we want it to be between in degrees, I imagine, maybe. I think. I'm not entirely certain here. We're not dealing with rotations here, we're just dealing with translations, but the direction might be in degrees. I'm gonna do 0 and then 360. I can see. Sometimes I can't. Equals random dot range 0 to 360. Right. Let's hope this works. Then we want to set the direction by having a new variable, which we will call the direction. We'll do a private. Oh no, not variable. Private vector 3. That's vector 2. Private vector 3 direction equals null. Yeah, not equal null? No, it's not nullable. Okay. Now here we set it. I'm going to do direction equals new vector 3. Where we do randex. That sounds like a brand name. Randex. For the randomness in your life. You don't need it, but you will pay us. Okay, and that determines which direction it's looking in, and then I think I've been going off of a hunch for this one. So let me take a look at something real quick. Translate. Not that one. Represents the translation of an object percentage values in x and y relative to the width and height of the visual element style. Wait, it's in UI elements. No. I want to move something. Maybe transform. Okay. I think I know how this whole thing works now. I need to change this from a 360 to a 1. Because that might prove to be way too fast. 360. I want to shoot off the side of the screen. So now you do a void update. And then here we're going to do a we'll do this dot position. Is it this dot transform? Yeah, just a transform dot position. Alright, yep. Plus equals direction. Right. Move the target. Now we want it to disappear if it gets off screen, because we don't want it to stick around. Here if the target goes off screen. I'm not quite certain how to detect when it goes off screen. All I know is that I can put in like certain value if it ever gets to that point. I think. If its X or Y value ever equals like, let's say 6, or maybe 7, it'll destroy itself. If we can change this to make it work a little bit better. Target transform. Do it up. Do it like this. What should I call it? We should call it a vector 3 placement equals this dot transform dot position. So then instead of this we do placement. So if placement has an X value of, if placement dot X, right, equals, no, is greater than or equals to 10, no, we can do it 7, or placement dot X is lesser than or equal to -7. Now this only comes for the X stuff, so we basically copy and paste this, but replace the X's with Y's. Oh no, Control C, not Control X. That's a T. So if any of these are fulfilled, I think I'm using the OR statement, right? That's what the... I think that's what the double lines mean. I hope that's what the double line. I can look it up. What am I doing? If statement. Okay, never mind. That didn't work. Let's fingers crossed then. Fingers crossed. If any one of those are true, I want to destroy this object. Destroy this dot game object. Okay, that was a lot done without much testing. Let's see if this actually works, because it may very well not. First, we have to put the script onto our thing. If there's anything I've learned is to do that. And then we gotta watch it go. First, we gotta delete this. Well, let's put the prefab in the scene before we start spawning it. And it doesn't move. It doesn't move. Why don't it move? It doesn't move. Let me see here. Let me see. We are adding the placement of it and the direction. So what's going on here? What's causing it to not move? Maybe if I do maybe 10 on these. Ooh, maybe because the randomness got zeros both, and we just got really unlucky. Which would be weird. And it is gone. It disappeared. Okay, better idea. Do 0.1 F. A maximum of 1 F. Right? So it may very well be moving, it's just we got really unlucky that time. It's not moving. Why isn't it moving? Why aren't you going anywhere? You know what? Do a little bit of visual debugging here. We can, instead of making these private, make these public. Okay, we are getting numbers here. It's just, is it moving? No, it's not. It's not moving at all. Well, I clicked on it and it disappeared. Great. At least nice to know that that works. Some of them just don't work. Really weird, that's why it doesn't move. I want it to move in a random direction. That's odd. Maybe something we can come back to later. The other thing, well, it does have a name, so we might as well add it to the list here. If the object is a moving target, if that name that starts with moving add to the player's form. These will be worth 3. And And the last island I want to make is someone that disappears after a few seconds. And that will definitely require the use of a coroutine. Thankfully, we've gotten some use of it out of quarantine so far, so hopefully my understanding or lack thereof of coroutines, my talking is all over the place right now. Delete you barely work. Alright, the last one. Let us create one more 3D object. I shall make it make it a cube, but we're gonna make it weird and cool and different. We shall call it this earring target. That's target. Now with the disappearing target, I'm going to resize you down to your small size. Resize the cube down to its small size. Yes. And then I'm going to create another cube. Well, no, we're just gonna rotate it. We're just gonna rotate you. Bam. It's unique. It's different. Look at it. Now that we have that, back to the scripts. We create one more C# script, which will, I forgot to name this one. It's easier to just delete it at this point and just create another. Create C# script. There'll be disappearing target. Gotta reopen Visual Studio because I accidentally closed it. You know, I'm great at this. I'm great at this. Trust me, I swear. The disappearing target grip. Always gotta sign it. Summary, make the target disappear after some time. We could do some cool shader stuff, but I don't really want to do cool shader stuff with this one. Okay, basically, we need a variable. This will cause it to disappear in the first place. We do public float timer equals 0.0f. Start function. I gotta turn that off again. Jeez. Now at the start, we're going to start a coroutine. First, we gotta set the coroutine up. It's enumerable. Enumerator. Gotta get the coroutine set up in terms of what the coroutine is. Yield turn. That's a capital R. No. Start coroutine. Coroutine. Okay, let's set what coroutine is. Coroutine equals timer. There we go. This we want to yield turn. Let's hope this works. Wait for seconds. Wait, and then we want to destroy this object. Then we take timer, plug it into here, and here. Float, cool down. Let's hope that this works this time around. Ah, wait, I forgot. New. By default, we can set this to like 5. Now, this hopefully should work. I forgot to put that on the. I keep on forgetting. There we go. Should disappear after a little bit. Yep, there it goes. Nice. Now we need to do something whenever we hit the disappearing target. Add it to the list. If object name that starts with, that's the wrong one. Oh, I got it that time. Disappearing. Basically the same thing, but this time the score is different. The score, instead of we do 3, we do 5. Okay. Alright. So, with that said, now we need to actually be able to differentiate between the 3. I'm going to give them all different distinct colors. For that, we're going to do folder materials. That is not materials, it's materia. Materials. Now it's materials. I'm going to create a new material. Will be our static target mat, and you we can just make them the 3 primary colors. You will be red. Alright, next. We need a moving target material. Area will be blue. And finally, disappearing target mat, which will most naturally be yellow. Yellow. This is our static target, so put that on it. This is our moving target. Put this on it. And finally, this is our disappearing target. So put this on it. We have 2 disappearing targets apparently. Delete. Now we have to actually start getting them to spawn, which is going to be the harder part. The way I'm thinking about doing it is making the spawner randomly decide between the 3 with a preference towards the static targets. We can do that by making the program, quote unquote, roll a D100. So we're gonna start off going back to the spawner. Now, whenever it spawns something, it's gonna roll a D100, and then depending on what, or rather, a D3 in this case, it'll be, well, we want it to have a preference, so maybe a D10. To roll a dice, quote unquote, or generate a random number. And then based on that random number, it will decide which of the 3 targets to spawn. So we can do that first by creating our D10 in our we need to first create the stuff for it. So we're going to do private int we'll call it D10 equals 0 for now. Now, whenever we do this, we don't need to log that the code is working anymore because we know it is. We can do a randomize type of target. We do D10 equals random.range. We go from 1 to 10. Any number between them. Now, instead of just having this, well, before we change anything else, we need to get the rest of the prefabs in here. So we do public. That's not public. Game object moving target equals null. And finally, the same thing. I can just copy and paste it. What am I doing? Instead of moving, we do disappearing. And now, in here, we're gonna do instead of this, we're gonna control XU. Check the RNG, which stands for random number generator. So if instead of having that all in here, we're gonna actually just straight up make a new. We're just gonna straight up make a new. We can probably put the randomized type of target in there too. Yeah, I'm gonna make a new function that does it for me. No, it does it for the code. So I'm writing it so that it does it for the code. RNG. Void random number generator. I'm gonna put this here for now. First we take this, get this down here. Take the RNG, we just do RNG. Let me check what it is. If the result is if the result of D10 is between a 1 and I'll say a 5, let's just say less than 5, or less than 6. No, that's less than or equal to 5 in this instance, because it can't go less than 1. You don't need to check if it's less than 0. Then instantiate the static target. And basically we do the same thing, but with different numbers. No, this time, if it's less than, we want it to go less than, let's say, 7, 9, less than 8. 8 or less. But we also want it to be greater than a certain number as well. So it has to be greater than 5. You do that by doing this, and the 10 is greater than 5. Instead of static target, we use moving target. Pretty much the exact same thing, but with moving target instead. I'm going to copy this again. And finally, this will be instead maximum of 10. It must be larger than 8. Instead of moving target, we do disappearing target. Okay, I have to change the wording on disappearing target. Rename. And this should change them both. Yep. Okay. Now here's hoping that it actually functions this time around. Here we go. We should see all manners. It should see mostly red. Right? Oh, no, we get an error. The variable disappearing target of spawn. Oh, yeah. I forgot to assign the targets. I forgot to assign the targets. Moving target. Disappearing target. Okay. Now. Here we go. Yep, we see a red cube. See a yellow cube this time. Don't know why the rotation didn't show up. That's fine. And it's gone. And there's another one. This seems to be working pretty good so far. We're getting a good variety, but we aren't seeing any blue spheres show up. Moving targets are showing up, it seems. But where are they? What do you mean they're inside the... Okay, there's something wrong with the code. There's something wrong here. Oh, it's less than 5. That's less than 5. Okay. It's summoning all 3. It has to be greater than 5, not less than. Right, fingers crossed. Okay, this is already a good start. We're seeing moving targets show up. A good variety. Now we should see a yellow target show up here soon, I think. Hey, look, there's one. And he's gone. Okay. Now if I start clicking on these, we should begin to rack up some score. If it will let me. Please. Spam clicking doesn't work. You have to wait a little bit before it actually works. Oh, click it, click it, click it. Come on. Okay, we got it. Come on, I want to get up 50 points this time around, because now we have a good healthy variety. Not everything works, but it's good enough for me. Come on. Let's see if we can get a better variety here. I also want to, let's see if we can get up the frequency of these spawns. Hold on. It's at 5. Let's do 1.5. Come on, get it, get it, get it, get it. Okay. That definitely upped the ante on trying to click things. What's the score at the moment? Oh, click it. Okay. Oh, 58. It's really easy to rack up points in this. Now we just need a way to see what points we're getting, what the points are, and maybe a win condition? I'm already at 100. And it's fast. The other option is that we start spawning in some hazards. Like maybe a bomb that reduces your score. One that you don't want to click. And the longer you play, the more the bombs clutter up the space. So eventually you will click a bomb. I like that idea. Alright, let's do it. Let's make it. We're gonna make this one sphere as well. Spheres are a very nice shape for bombs. We'll just call it a bomb. And this goes in here. Five, 0.5, 0.5. That's 0.6. It's a little long, you know. Just in general, a little long. Go into materials. Get material for it. Dark gray. Let's make it metallic. Like 0.5 on the metallic. There we go. Alright. Now we have our bomb. If I knew anything about texture painting, or making a texture for it, I'd add a red X, but I don't know anything about that right now. Or rather, I'm not going to be doing anything like that right now, because I don't want to. Okay, so we have our bomb. Then we go back into scripts, we're going to go into a spawner. Instead of a D10 then, make it a D100 and really get some variety in there. And then D100, that is 0. D100. Between 10 and 1 and 100, it's less than 50. Well, let's change it so that it's less than 45. If it's greater than 75, if it's less than or equal to 75, less than 45. Instead of 10, we do 95. And last one here is just 75. The last one we do the last if statement we do is the if it is between if D100 is less than or equal to 100 and D100 is greater than 95. This means that we have a 5% chance of making a bomb show up. I'm gonna start adding a few notes in here. Spawn a static target. Pretty much just the same thing, but with different wording. For every one of them. Moving target. Disappearing target. And then, instead of a target, on a bomb. Now we just need to get this prefab in here. I'll put it in object bomb equals null. We take this, and instead of target, we do a bomb. That's D-bomb. The bomb. Now, I'm sure I can mess around with particles, but I'm not quite certain exactly how to use the particle editor. Let me get it edited here. If the object is a bomb, and we want it to be absolutely devastating, so we want it to actually get rid of a little bit of score here. So we're gonna do if object name that starts with bomb I did call it a bomb, right? I'm gonna capitalize the B here and then capitalize the B later in the prefab. Right. From the player score. Use score minus equals, that's minus plus, minus equals n. Now that we actually have the ability to lose score, the next step is to make a lose condition and a win condition. Or we can make it like an arcade game, where it's the lose condition is if you run out of points, or maybe if you run out of time. We could make it all time, like a high score thing, that records how high the maximum, how high you got your score to. I don't know. Or we could add a lives mechanic. Let's do both. Let's have the score get subtracted and have a lives mechanic in order to make it like especially brutal. Do a public int lives equals, let's say 3. Well, I don't want it to be like okay, for now let's just remove score and then we can add lives later if we want to. And we actually need to let the player know, so we're gonna do a debug.log. You hit a bomb. Or maybe we can make it a little bit more funny. Kaboom. Kaboom. Okay, it is titled with capital B. Okay. Then we actually have to, hold on. Get the thing in the spawner. Yeah. It is there. There it is. That's the bomb material. There we go. Now, a bomb should show up every now and again. Come on. Okay. Let's see if a bomb shows up. Sometimes they just won't work. Let me click the targets. What's going on here? No bombs have shown up yet. Oh, there's one. Now let's test it. Kaboom! And I lost some score. Alright. Oh, I missed one of those disappearing targets. I finally managed to get a whole bunch of those targets off the screen, though. There's a bomb. If I destroy it, yep, my score goes down. Now if we leave them alone, more and more bombs should begin to show up. That's a bit bone-chilling that they spawned on the exact same location. I think they're on a grid, though. Did I accidentally make them integers instead of floats? I might have. Let me check my code real quick. Yep. To do this, though, they should begin to be a little bit more freeform. First one is a bomb. Oh, joy, it's me. Actually, I'm gonna let it run for a little bit. Let's see just how many bombs show up. We're at 2. How crowded does the screen get? Oh, that moving target has spawned in a bomb. We still need to fix the moving targets. We've only got like a bit more than 30 minutes left in the stream. This certainly looks exactly what I wanted it to look like, with a bunch of different colors and shapes on the screen all at once. Though the bombs need to be spawning more often, I think. Maybe instead of 5% chance for the bomb to spawn, we up that to maybe 20%. Let me do a little bit of a calculation here. I want the bomb to be the smallest chance to spawn out of all of them. Well, actually, no, I want that to be the disappearing target. Like that one. This is also making for a somewhat interesting screensaver. Alright, so if I do 100 minus 20 leaves us with 80. Maybe the bombs and the disappearing targets can share the same amount, so they have the same amount of chance to show up. Leaves us with 60. We can do a 40. Do it. Okay, maybe not 20% on them. We can do a 15%. How about that? 15 minus 15 again. Gives us with 70 to work with. With 70%, we can do 30 and 40. Maybe 25 and 35? 25 and 45. Yeah. Alright, let's fix up these rates. How many bombs do we have now? We got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Probably more. Roughly 9 after a couple minutes worth of running. Okay. Let's fix that. Alright, so we want this to be between 145. Right, that's fine. Instead of 75, I want this to go up to 70 instead. Now instead of 95, we need this to go up to 85. And instead of that, do that. Alright. Let's see if the changed rates do anything. Starting off with a moving target, which doesn't move, which we need to fix. No bombs have shown up just yet, but we are getting moving disappearing targets, and there's one. Alright. This is looking pretty good so far. And the amount of bombs that show up should greatly reduce the amount of targets you go for, therefore making it more difficult. It's already difficult enough with the sense that I can't actually hit anything for some reason. See how far I go before I hit a bomb. Okay, all that's left on the screen are practically just bombs and moving targets. Never mind. Now it's just bombs. It's like Minesweeper, but not. Minesweeper, but more needlessly difficult. That was really close. I nearly hit that bomb. Come on. Come on. Come on. Do something. Actually work for me, please. I didn't program any delay or lag. Why are you delaying and lagging? Almost up to 250 here. There's a bit of a design here in the bombs, it seems. Even though they didn't program it to follow any method. There it goes. Looks kind of like a little dancing guy, I think. What does it look like to you? Alright. That's good enough. Now let's see if we can get a working wind condition. I want to see if we can get a working wind condition. I want the wind condition to be, let's say... how long can the player last, rather than how much score can they rack up? It's how much score can the player rack up within a certain amount of time, not precisely get to a certain amount of score. So let's start off by making a timer. Yeah, in the game manager. Pardon me. Public int. I'll do a float. It needs to be a float. Timer. How many timers have I made in this one stream alone? And we want it to start ticking upwards. So, say in the fixed update. Well, we can do the update one. I don't know. I feel bad making a function just for one thing. Well, it wouldn't be just for one thing. It would be for multiple things. Make a update function or void update. Right. Count the timer up. Do that by doing a timer plus equals time delta time. And that should count the timer upwards right from the beginning. Right? Yep, there it goes. And then from there, we check to see if the timer reaches a certain point. So check and see if the timer reach a certain point. If timer, say, is greater than or equals, let's say 50.0f. Stop the game. We do time dot no, it's time dot something. Let me check it up let me look at it real quick. Time. Is it time dot delta time? I think it might be time dot delta time. Maybe not time dot delta time. I think it's time scale or something. Yeah, time dot time scale. With time dot time scale, we do a equals 0. This essentially pauses the game. We tell the player they won. You win. Player they won. Let's read off current score. We do debug.log score equals. I do your score. I do your score plus score. Stopping the game makes it so that no more things begin to continue spawning and I don't have to toggle it off. Alright. A bit of a test run here. We have 50 seconds. We could just amp it up to a minute. This would be great for a jam game. How many targets can you beat in a minute? Like, if the theme ever is minute, this would be great for that. And all this was done in just a couple of hours. The rest would be just polish and texturing and all that. And making sure things actually work. Come on. Oh, I almost clicked on that one. Oh, we did it. I got to 80. Okay. That's certainly something. That's certainly something. We have a win condition now. Instead of 50, let's do 60. Be generous and give those extra 10 seconds. Now we get some icing on top of this cake before we go back in and fix a few things. I'm like making a cake, but backwards. Backwards and inside out and all wrong. I gotta add the sprinkles on the inside of my cake after I frost it. So let's start off by doing, we need to get some UI on this thing. UI, we'll do a TextMesh Pro thing. Import the DMD essentials. I've been awake for far too long. Okay, so, instead of text, we shall call this, score. Hey, give me the extras. Give me the extras, come on. Thank you. That's it. New text. This text will be, score equals score is we can change the font up a little bit first. I like the Roboto, I think. Maybe Oswald. Let's go Oswald, yeah. First we gotta go here. Change up the location of this. Zero that out. 300 is good. And then we gotta center it, right? Yeah, like that. And score 0, 0. Now I'm not quite certain how I exactly am able to get the score from the game manager into this. Not quite certain how that's done. I was able to do it before. Need a bit of research. Now they'll just read 0, I suppose. I'm gonna copy you, paste you. Instead of score 1, you shall be timer. This will do time. And this will be, say, I had 50, so let's do 60 lower. Be 240. There. Granted, things can still spawn up there. There's nothing stopping them from spawning up there at the moment, but that's fine. I think in order to get the things from there, we need to first do, I mean, they're there now. I'm trying to think here. Is there something on the scripting API that has something about it? UI. Not much, it seems. Then again, there's a lot here. Well, a lot. Let's do UI.text. Anything about that? Not sure. Okay. At least it's there. May not read anything, but it's at least there. With that said, we have like 20 minutes left in the stream. I might end off early a little bit. Although this is the first time I've gone this far on a game dev stream. Hopefully we'll do this stuff like this for the foreseeable future. Let's, for the time being, actively get that moving target working. Hopefully get that moving target working, because when I tried before, it didn't work and I got confused and I moved on. Scripts moving target. Okay, here we are. Use this for 0 maybe. Okay, so the problem here is that for whatever reason, adding direction placement, which is this dot transform dot position, which we know works because when we went over -7, we went over 7, it just kind of didn't work. Like I can show you right now. Let's do 10 of these. And drag the prefab into the scene. Where'd it go? Oh, it's all the way over there. Why is it all the way over here? Press play. It's gone. It's because one of the X or Y random things went over 7, so it just disappeared. So with that said, we need to instead somehow make it move. Not just move in that direction. Not certain why this code isn't working here. Maybe we do what continuous movement? That's might be the problem that we're encountering. Transform, maybe transform that position. Oh, I think I know what's going on. We need to multiply it by a specific something. Where is that? Okay. By time dot delta time. And hopefully that should now work. Because now it's moving over time instead of just moving once. Right? Okay. Okay, it's still not moving. Why aren't you moving? Maybe I'm doing it wrong here. Maybe instead of doing that, transform to position, and then instead we do an equals. Transform the position. Plus, not equals, plus. Still not moving. Why don't you move? Move. Give me a challenge. Why? I want to try one more solution and then see if that changes anything. If not, then I'll probably end up the stream here. Because the majority of the problems I have to really dive in and look up and do all that stuff. That's debug territory, which takes hours. I don't want to do that tonight, so we won't. And seeing as I'm not going to be streaming for all of next week, I don't want to be leaving off on just, you know, debug land. Alright, let's see if I can figure out one more solution here. Okay, here's my thought. Maybe if we take this and put it directly into the direction thing itself. I just completely I completely duplicated the same line. I didn't need to do that. But that's handy. You gotta make note of that. Okay. Maybe it's this that's, you know, mucking it up. Alright, let's see if that works. Oh my god! Oh my god! They're working! And now we need to just follow them. Oh, and they do disappear. Oh my god! Look at it go! Look at it go! I'm not quite certain what fixed it, but it's fixed. It's fixed. Oh my goodness. They're like beautiful butterflies off into the distance. Let me click on you so I can destroy you. Come on. It won't let me click it. I was able to do it like once. Those are simultaneously the funnest and also the most difficult. Oh, no, it's over. My score is 37. Those are simultaneously the most difficult and also the funnest targets to hit in this one. Hey, look at it go. Oh, it's a little slow. Alright, now this has rejuvenated my spirits. I'm gonna add a loose condition now. We can do the 3 lives thing from earlier, where if you lose 3 lives, then you're done. But we should probably also up the ante on the spawns to make it more of a challenge. I did hit a bomb, it seems. It did say kaboom. The score, it was 80 that time. Oh, nice. Okay, let's do a little bit of optimization and make a losing, make something that makes it lose, because the optimization at the moment is yeah, 99 plus here in terms of messages. So let's fix that. Let's fix that. At first, we need to. Well, first, I'm gonna get rid of these because we've never used them. Now we need to go into the game manager. And make a new thing called. I'm gonna call it. Well, if it's called in the update function, that's kind of. I want to make it trigger once instead of a bunch of times. The other option is to immediately just log out, but that's something we could do later. For now, we need lives. We can get them as 5. So we'll do public int lives equals 5. And then down here, instead of score, we do lives. You get then you minus 1. Check if players' lives ever reach 0. Lives greater than is less than or equal to 0. Well, we can just do equal to 0. I don't think it'll go below 0. Tell the player they lost. You lose. Game over. Then read off the current score and stop the game. Now to make sure that this never goes below 0, we can do a range. 0 and 5. Now this means instead of being able to go above or below, above 5 or below 0, you can't. It's constrained. It's restricted. Which means we can't go below 0 with that, and anything that makes it go below 0 is just going to be overridden, I think. Hopefully. There's our lives. Let's try it out. 4. Look at the moving targets. Oh, they're so funny. It physically won't let me hit the bomb. let me make it blow up. Yeah. We're down to 3 lives. Only halfway through too. 2. With enough determination and luck, we should be able to, end this before the timer reaches 60. Right? Come on, give me another bomb. Only got 10 seconds. That's a moving. Oh, we weren't able to do it. We got to 70 that time. Okay, that means we need to up the ante on the time spent in it then. Do 2 minutes instead. Here it is. 120. Oh my goodness, that one's fast. Down to 2 lives. I was going straight up. 1 on Y, 0 on the X. That's rare. Got 1 more life remaining. I lose. My score is 54. It works. I got a losing condition. That's pretty cool. But unfortunately, doing that like used up the rest of the time they have here. Unless I want to use 2 minutes doing something which I don't want to do. It was a good delve back into this. I'm glad that I got the chance to do that. I feel refreshed. I feel like I've got a good reference. I feel like I have awakened something. The demon has awoken. And I'm ready to get back into it. I'm ready to get back into the game development stuff. I've got a scripting class this next semester. So I feel prepared for that. I just gotta make sure to keep my skills sharper than they were. Gotta make sure to do that while I'm over the weekend, which I might not get the chance to do. I hopefully will get the chance to do, but I might not. I feel like I understand the concepts, and I feel like I could spend a good portion of the day doing this. This is great. So I'm gonna thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you guys have had an amazing time watching this stream. Next time I stream will not be next week. It'll be the week after next week. Monday, I believe I don't remember the exact date. Monday the 13th of February. I will be streaming on that day. And hopefully we should have a bunch of new stuff. Hopefully by then I'll have new emotes. A couple changes. Oop, I just smacked my mic again. I'm so sorry. A couple changes to the stream itself, a couple changes to the Discord, and we should be raring and ready to go. Thank you guys so much for watching. Hope you guys have enjoyed. I'll catch you guys next stream. Be sure to stay hydrated. Goodbye.